Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rise of the Rivals, hosted by Ohgawdevents and the amazing Ohgawdevents. For those of you that do not know, my name is Lash, or Lash the Caster, and with me here in the booth today is Huey, coming to you live, ready to go on the last game of day one here on Saturday. A beautiful, beautiful day. We have so much to look forward to. So
Oh,
let's stop waiting. Let's get right into it. Let's get into game one, which, for those of you who are not in the know, we are going to have, I believe it's on the attacking side here with Guardians of the Sun. I believe they are going to be on the attacking side of Midtown playing Convoy. What are your opinions on that map on Midtown, Huey?
so I always have this conversation here. What do you feel more comfortable starting with on the attack or the defense side? And I feel like it really goes down to preference. Do you like to set the pace or do you like to kind of match the pace here? So I feel when you're on the attack side, you really want to go for the finish. You don't want to end up not being able to clear it and getting your little bit of extra time too, just in case for the overtimes.
Oh,
And
absolutely. And it
on
looks like
and I'm coming
right
from
off the bat.
Midtown. I'm coming from Midtown. I like the attack on Midtown. The corners are kind of tight, but I feel like once you start getting that momentum shift towards your favor, it's very hard to catch back on defense.
I agree. I think first fight is also very, very important to
Hmm.
win here on Midtown. And it looks like coming in with all of the all of the picks and bans, it looks like they're banning Hella and Thing up
Oh yeah,
first on here. And man, it those are going to be some crazy ones. Got the save on to Star Lord. And it looks
you
like there's
just
going to be a lot of discussion coming out, but that was an immediate save on Groot. Groot is in the top of the meta right now. For those of you that have not already, make
oh
sure
yeah.
you go check out fellow caster of this tournament, RD IRL. Go check out his YouTube. I actually just watched that video of where he interviewed three pro players
Oh,
and they got some very, very useful information. So make sure you go check out his YouTube channel as well. Shameless plug. And it looks like Rocket got banned.
Group being able
That
to block the line of sight from the healers and also to being able to force down choke points, especially on such a tight cornered map like Midtown, it's so easy for a group to really set the pace and really shift that momentum to what your team needs.
Oh,
With the
absolutely.
Star-Lord save too as well, just for the attack, getting that high ground too on Midtown, it's kind of hard to match. There is other levels to get into the air, but it's not as easy on Midtown. So Vanster able to get that air and find that legendary ult, he can really do some damage if let be.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to be getting some absolutely riveting gameplay here. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of different combos coming out that I'm very excited to see. I love the classic Magneto and Groot. They have amazing
Hmm.
stalling power. Groot's really able to block in, but able to block off a lot of healing potential from a lot of those projectile based healers. So, I mean, on a closed corner map like Midtown, I think it's going to be an absolute showdown.
Oh yeah. Even being able the tanks and being able to take so much and deal out so much damage between Magneto and Groot, it's kind of crazy for the two. So I don't know what really the big plan is here. I am interested to see CC here on the Warlock. That's a rare sight to see sometimes.
Yeah, CC. As a warlock main myself, I cannot say that I hate to see it. I love seeing all that stuff, and it looks like we're getting a lot of kind of go in, go out action here.
Mhm.
Aaron is up on the front lines, trying to get inches closer to that convoy, wanting to make it stop moving as quick as possible. Not going to let any ground be gained here. Taking so much damage, ultimately got blocked in. Just having to back up, having to regroup with the team. There's a lot of healing coming out. And it
I
ultimately
mean,
is saving so many lives. Trying to
and
land
as
so
you
many
can see
shots.
right now, the line of sight just being broken up between Eyes and Jaro is just kind of sets the pace and kind of shows him McTwisty gonna be able to find the first kill here as we start to see the advancement here for the attack side.
Yeah, Aaron sent back to the spawn room is not going to be a good look for this first fight up here, but Jaro might be finding it. Same fate right after, but those heals are coming in so quick. We are going to be seeing a lot of different action here, pushing up so much faster as
Oh, nice Jaro out there and
desperately
trapped.
trying to catch up, trapped in, trying to go further, and Magneto Meteor coming out huge as K
In.
and Loom fall.
Insane.
There's so
That's going to
much
be a 3 for 2 there. None really starting to cook up there over onto the back line there. Starting to warm up, trying to break down. This Eyes should be able to... Yep, chops down the tree. Really nice work there.
Sent right back after just regrouping with the team. It is an absolute breakdown. They need to regroup. They need to back up, or they cannot keep running into here one after another. It is not going to work out in their favor at all. It looks like they're starting to hold things together, starting to get a little bit more of that delaying, but Maple Zebra...
Ooh.
Getting
I gotta
out of
say,
fight,
that was...
losing a Vanguard, not a good look.
I gotta say, the momentum there was really starting to fall onto the attacker side's favor there. But then I think CC got a really nice 5-man ult, which was able to then force them into the choke point to then kind of stop the first point. Almost getting the first point there, but being able to find a reset here and hopefully be able to find a hold into this defense.
Oh, and there's Aaron falling once again. Ended up getting a little bit separated from that team. There's coming in right there, Huey, was that really, really close corners and choke points you were talking about before the game started. That really is coming into a factor right here and right now with so much damage is being dealt by Nooney, but ultimately not able to quite secure a kill. But there it is.
That's going to be 3 there for Guardians of the Sun. Make that 4. And like we mentioned earlier before the match started, that first corner, that first fight matters a lot. And Guardians of the Sun were able to find it and being able to just continue pushing the momentum forward here. I think they're at a pretty good pace right now.
Their momentum and their hype better be absolutely through the ceiling based on the gameplay we've seen so far. But here comes the ramp. We're going to be seeing a lot of choke point action here, able to get a lot of DPS for a bunch of AoE effects. If they are holding on to some ultimates, they need to unleash them right here and right now. It may not feel like it, but there it is, unleashing it from the moon. Able to get Happy and Nooney able to find Maple Zebra as well, and that's nearly a team wipe minus Vanster.
I got to give it to Nini there. That is a difficult choke point right there. That hallway is very, very evil, and to be able to quick swap over to the Moon Knight and get the ultimate charge up to then kind of just make a difficult point of the attack, make it seem super easy and get through pretty with no difficulties. It's amazing right there. You can just already see the caliber.
Adaptation. Yeah, that's some quick adaptation, and that takes a while to master and to figure out. And there it is. So many ults coming through. Ultimately, Vanster is going to fall. Maple Zebra following right behind and breaking it out one after another, losing player after player. K falls as well. Hard out, almost taking the fall. CC is so close to falling, and there it goes once again. So many falling once after another. They cannot keep walking in one after another. It's absolutely tragic. Only seconds remaining. They have to get this ulted. They have to get this ulted right here and right now. Already up to 2 points. They need get this going, cannot let them finish. They have to stall this out as long as they possibly can. They're all grouped up now, able to respawn and able to be together, able to do a lot of damage, but they don't have the coordination ready quite yet. They need to get some of these ultimates out or it's going to be too late. Trying to back it up. They are making some ground, but Huey, they need to get these ultimates out.
Strat's been funneling just a little bit, and just the way the pace of the game is, it's a lot easier said than done to find that full-man group and to continue finding the defense there. They got to find some kind of foothold here because this is about the last corner as we're approaching right now. Ults are online for Heart, CC, and Maple. Nunny going again. Jar Jar also has their ult as well, so let's see what they're going to be able to do.
That great scanning by CC onto Nooney is going to take Star-Lord out of the battle just for now. Able to do a lot of really, really good damage. The ultimates have started to come out and trading one after another. It doesn't look like any significant ground is being made, but they are holding very, very strong. I'll be expecting some stuff out of here. Looks like K swapped over, had an ultimate ready, but ended up swapping heroes out. Vanster is ready.
Wow.
Ultimate ready to go and is ultimately just destroying.
Yeah, like we mentioned here, defense needed to find some kind of foothold into this game. They just found it right there through Vanster. That was a beautiful flank there, getting almost the entire team here. Now going to give Eyes of Dawn a little bit of time to kind of start setting up some choke points, breaking up some LOS, and hopefully be able to wear this out. But now they have a minute 45. The ults are now on the side of Guardians of the Sun. So now they're going to have to do it again without as many ults.
Yeah, they're going to have to try and hold this off just as quick as possible. And it looks like Aaron is just tanking so much damage right now, trying to make it out alive, protect the team. But ultimately, it's just so much damage coming through and so much stalling. They're trying to hold it back, trying to push forward. And Strat Pack might be gaining the upper hand here, but Charo fell as well. Lum almost taking the beating there.
Nice little ult there. Oh, but the Groot ult.
That's a great combo right there. The Meteor coming in. How much damage are we going to be seeing? It doesn't look like it ended up making contact. And 4 ultimates have come on. Make that 5 ultimates have come online. It looks like we're getting a quad.
Going for
absolutely insane. Movements coming out. 4 down. Make that 5K is the last one standing here. Ultimate alive, trying to delay as much as possible, but is going to end up getting taken down. Or not.
Ooh. Nice dark dimension there. Line of sight, though, this is going to help them out just for a little bit. But I think that may be the final push. They might be able to respawn there just from the amount of time Chimera was able to get for their team.
I think that is going
inches
to be
away
right there. Very,
there it is.
very, very close. So close.
Oh.
There we go. The 3-point round 1. 23 seconds remaining, but now we're going to be switching sides. We're going to see what Guardians of the Sun can do to bring this back, to flip it around. They have to get 3 points if they want to be able to take game 1.
So this is where I guess this comes back to what I mentioned earlier. I feel like the attacking part is the harder part sometimes, you know, depending on the map. Now you just kind of have to defend. Now you know exactly what your plan is, and now you know that you cannot let them get a full clear. So get aggressive, go hard onto the paint, and make sure that you waste as much time as possible. Especially that you were only able to clear with only 23 seconds. So you're only going to get that little bit extra, depending how much Strat Pack is able to push.
Yeah, they are going to want to go as fast as they possibly can. I mean, with Strat Pack ending with 23 seconds, really able to push through. They got 2 points just off of basically a single team wipe, and they were able to push in very, very quick. So how Guardians of the Sun are going to respond to that kind of action and that kind of aggressive takes is going to be the main factor here. And first fight here on Midtown is going to absolutely be the deciding factor there. And looking the wrong direction slightly, trying to build walls, trying to block as many spots as possible. And we are finally getting that first action underway here.
Good aggressive push out of Strat Pack. They weren't able to find a kill there. Ooh, Needy able to find Vanster, though, unfortunately. But good push out of that first corner.
Yeah, Vanster did get taken down very, very early on. Thankfully, not too far away from the spawn room. It is going to get pushed back, and they are going to have to regroup a little bit and delay whatever plan that they had going into this. And there seems to be a lot of damage being taken. So many heals need to be coming out of these players if they want to be able to stay in the game and try and keep themselves on the convoy. It looks like
with the nice ult yet again.
Oh, and it looks like the first first fight might have been decided as the Guardians of the Sun fall one after another. Almost a complete team wipe.
Needy being able to position there, the Moon ult there, Moon Knight's ult, to reposition and kind of force them into a really bad position and to be able to clean it up there with Nunny. Amazing communication and execution there from Guardians of the Sun.
Yeah, absolutely. And there just seems
another ult
so
again.
Much going on. There needs to be a lot of different focus on different points of entry here, and it looks like we're going to be getting another drop in from Vanster very soon. There's the ult being popped out. Going to try and do as much damage as possible, but the line of sight being broken is very much not in their favor. Having to back off, having to regroup, and having to rethink about whatever problems they may have. And it looks like that Visible Woman ult ultimately did come out on top. And Lum
I gotta give it to
popping
Chimera
that.
being able to hold the invisible fortress until Vancer rips ult is really, really smart tactics there. It's an
Great
easy
discipline.
lock on for Vanster. Oh, we get into another action fight. Nice drop from the ult. And there's gonna be another pushback here. Jaro, nice line of sight. They're gonna break it apart. Needy gonna find another one. Nunny with
And a
two.
team wipe.
Finding another. That's a full team wipe right there. And I gotta say that the positioning here from Needy on the Conchu is insane.
Nooney ended up taking the fall there.
I think that was a quick reset there.
Possibly a quick reset there. I think you may be correct, but man, that team wipe is going to put a massive hurting on the Guardians of the Sun. Massive delay. You hate to see that, especially when you're competing against a full go. Oh my gosh, Vance already got the ult up again. Make that a triple.
That was really nice work here. But when the Guardians of the Sun were down a minute, we were nearly at the end of the map. They do get a reset here. They do get the extra time here, but it's going to be a nail biter from the second checkpoint on out here.
Yeah, if they're able to get on that convoy before the checkpoint is reached, it may be a complete game changer here.
Let's see.
Looks like there's going to be a massive contest here.
Dummy.
It looks like Strat Pack might be able to get away with it, and so many are falling. Almost another team wipe. That was a quad kill. 4 dead once again. It is just down to the last 2 here. Hard Out and K trying to hold the line, trying to keep that convoy from backing up too far, and it's just running into a wall.
They might be able to get back onto it, but they have to touch within the next 15 seconds.
They have to touch.
Good positioning on the Onks as well, too.
Yeah, the Onks are absolutely fantastic. And it
there
looks
it is
like
again.
So many ults are going to be popped. This contest right here might be the decider for the game, and it's almost time out. There's overtime coming in. It's down to the wire here. This could be the deciding fate. Are they going to be able to get it going? 2 dead for Strat Pack. Make that 3. Almost make that 4 if McTwisty does end up getting taken down. It is just going to be a rough one here, trying to pull it way out of overtime, and they're able to find it, bringing it back up to 2.5 minutes.
The 2.5 minutes is a good reprieve there, and you got to be happy that you're able to get it. But this is going to be difficult now. This is the hard. We're getting to the harder part for the side of attack.
There it is. It is just kind of one after another, drop after drop. The tensions have died down. It's a lot more calm on the battlefield here, but none of these teams are wanting to let up even a little bit. Aaron ended up having to swap over, trying to draw a little bit more DPS out of it with the long-range hit scan, but I'm not sure if that was going to be the right move there. There's the ult coming out. It's going to be doing so much damage, a lot of stalling, and ultimately going to be backing up a lot as Strat Pack once again has control of the convoy.
This isn't the position that you really want to be. Nice pick there from McTwisty. Luna's going to be able to pick up another one again, but we do have the Punisher ult, but he's kind of forced back behind the corner there. Invisible Fortress is going to break the line of sight and be able to keep them onto the convoy right now, kind of forcing them to go into the darkness, and that's a bad idea, though, with the funneling. And yeah, yet again, Guardians of the Sun taking it back over here.
I just want to, small correction. It's Lumptious, not Luminous.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm looking out for you, bud. I'm looking out for you. Gotta make it nice and quick, but it looks like they're wanting to draw this out as long as possible, wanting to give everybody in the chat a show. It's gonna be a showdown for the ages. Chimera trying to hold on, but can she do it? Can she do it? It looks like she will remain here on the battlefield. Jaro did end up dropping. That is a huge, humongous loss for Guardians of the Sun. They need to get back on track here. They need to be getting a little bit more damage here. McTwisty's the only one able to absorb all of this damage and all of this chaos. Strat Pack is doing their absolute best to try and get this going one after another, but can they do it? Can they do it? Vanster falls to the Moon Knight. Game trades back and forth. It's just absolute chaos here.
It is. Good push here, and it was looking fantastic for the side of Strat Pack, but now Nunny just coming in and cleaning up and getting a delicious triple kill here, and just kind of pushing back Vanstar. It's going to be a 1v1, it's going to be tight. And Nunny gets away with it? Insanity there.
Absolutely crazy, and what an end. What chaos
Oh, yeah.
did they ensue for this first game? Final score is 1-2-3.
Yeah, definitely he's got to give it. Oh, yeah.
Very, very much deserved.
Woo! Look at that KDA. Just check out the damages there. And final hits going over for the side of Guardians. They really just were able to hold it down there, and really it kind of just it kind of shows the tails of the tape there. Just extra more kills, which just gave them more opportune time to get to the checkpoint and finish out the convoy. It's really nice work, honestly, all the way through. Triple, quadra, and a full 6 over on the Star-Lord there. Really nice.
Beautiful game. Once again, a little bit of a recap here. We had a beautiful, beautiful, and chaotic game in Midtown, but we are going to be moving on to Clintar, and the game mode, obviously, Convergence, and it is it's going to be a good one, Huey. How about you give us a little bit of a recap on that last game?
So going for the first match there, Guardians of the Sun was able to cap the point, so that it was a 3-0 going for Strat Pack there. It seemed that they were starting to get a little bit of momentum going their way, but then all right, so let me maybe make sure I'm saying this right. Noonie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Noonie on the Star-Lord was able to
You
get a
got it.
beautiful quad there to kind of hold them from that second choke point there, or the second checkpoint there. And honestly, it was really a match between Vanster's Star-Lord and Noonie's. So it's now back to it. What do we do about the Star-Lord? And I'm not just saying that it was just Star-Lord, but I feel like that was a very huge point there.
I agree. I think that a lot of the team chemistry was bouncing off of that Star-Lord and allowing for a lot of those dives, like going in, popping ults, drawing those crosshairs away from Noonie and Vanster as well. Like just really able to capitalize off of pulling those distractions away and being able to drop in, flank, and get out very, very quickly, and being able to cycle those ultimates too is very, very important. But we're not here to discuss the previous game. We're here to
Oh,
be
sir.
on Clintar. So let's go ahead and get these players up and ready to go and get them into this game, as we are going to be moving into these saves and bans. Now, I don't think they're going to be banning the Thing again. I think they may have to resort to banning Star-Lord for Guardians of the Sun, that is, because they really, really struggled with being able to counter a lot of those combos, and it looks like we're already going to be seeing a completely different team comp coming out of Guardians of the Sun. It looks like Noonie is going to be hopping over to that Winter Soldier Chimera. Looks like she's going with the Venom, and as well as McTwisty on that Spider-Man. So that's going to be a great boosted combo for McTwisty to dive and drop. Jaro, of course, hopping on that Groot. Or is going to be hovering it, but we're going to see. Oh, and there's the immediate Groot ban.
So
from Guardians of the Sun, while Jaro was, wow, and there's Hela too. I mean, these two heroes right here are, those are like the two that you really don't want to see bans on, because especially not Groot. It looks like there's a save for the Thing for Strat Pack.
Yeah. Jaro was outperforming very well on the Groot, but coming from the attack side from Guardians, it's a great ban, because now you don't have to deal with Groot on the defending side. Your line of sight isn't being broken. You're not getting into the first choke point, especially on Symbiotic Surface. It is ridiculous, that first point there. There's already a lot of peak corners with the tall with the tall crates there. Not a lot of flanking positionings there. So with the minimum flank positionings, you can just easily wall up one side, and now now your options are now much more limited into getting into the push there. That was a really nice save though for the Moon Knight. Probably most likely for Needy there.
That's gonna
Gonna
be
save the
a
thing as well
gonna be a big
too.
clutch. Yeah, that is going to be a big clutch there, and ultimately, I think that's why Guardians of the Sun are wanting to opt for the Venom Spider-Man. It looks like they're absolutely completely swapping it up, just in case just in case the sniping was going on there. Jaro is
The
hopping on.
Spidey's always a bait. I
Yeah,
love Spider-Man to death. Spider-Man is always a bait there.
yeah.
I'm a little surprised the Venom's
It
not there.
depends. Sometimes they cook. Sometimes they cook. It looks like CC's going to be picking up that Magneto. Zebra on Strange. And it looks like we're going to be getting fairly similar team comps here as they're trying to figure out who all they want to go with. Looks like Vanster is going to be using a slingshot this game. It's going to be an interesting one for sure.
Almost always see the Skull Girl here. Almost always. The long hallways, nice bouncing around ammo for her slingshot attack. It works. It works very, very well. And now
Personally, I hate going up against it myself.
It's difficult. It's very difficult because if you set up perfectly, you may dodge the first incoming, but if it bounces off terrain and bounces back, it is pretty serious. The stun as well can really set up for nice pick comps there, especially if you're a tank trying to push up, trying to get through that front line there, trying to break into the back line. Yeah, very easy for Skullgirl to really kind of show her stuff there.
Yeah, she's really able to cook. Like you said, with these tight corridors and being able to get a lot of those bounces off. But McTwisty here, full-fledged out here with the thing running in, going in strong, wanting to get the first pick, wanting to get the first strike. Started off very, very nice here in this first fight. Going to try and decide the game, decide the tempo right here and right now. It is just a clash of blows between Maple and McTwisty here. These Vanguards are just blocking, attacking, block, attack. They are just feeling the flow. They're getting in the zone, and the first ones will fall.
Uni with the double there. So I always feel this is on Clintar. This is the most difficult position for attack. Once you're able to start getting onto point and start building up the bar to start getting the convoy, it is so difficult on the defending side to not just funnel in and kind of lose it. And so, as we can see right now, it's kind of almost a give up, reset, and reposition. So, Guardians able to break through that fast is a great pace right there, and it's kind of starting to set the course of how this game is going to go.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, all of these choke points and all of these ramps, slopes, and different line of sight areas. I mean, there's just way too many angles that you have to cover here during the convoy section. I mean, McTwisty is in there just drawing all the crosshairs away. There's going to be damage flying in from north, south, east, and west from this entire team, especially from the Squirrel.
A lot of ults were there for Strat Pack, but not able to really find much here. I think Guardians are going to retort back with their own set of ults. Let's see what they're going to be able to do.
There goes McTwisty. That was a main distraction. And the Eye of Agamotto looks like it was going to get popped. Ultimately didn't get that much value out of it, but there's the meteor coming in, and it is going to take Lum out of the equation here. Noonie falling as well. That's 2-2 deaths there. It's just trading back and forth, trying to get back on track here as the convoy is once again on the move. And Aaron is just trying to take some pop shots, man. Just trying to take some pop shots.
It's a little strange here. Eyes of Dawn on Punisher. You rarely, really ever see Punisher. And Eyes doing a really, really good job positioning. But I haven't seen a lot of turret placements yet. And I think that really is going to have to fall out there over to Lum, being able to Chimera being able to keep the Invisible Woman and just kind of pushing him away from any good positioning points here. Really good charge in here from McTwist here. Going to be able to get the double, pushing on forward here, breaking into the back line here. Maple Syrup and the rest of his team of Strat Pack are going to kind of have to retreat back here, or they're going to try and focus down McTwisty here, but I think a lot easier said than done here. Noonie coming in on the defense as well, too.
On McTwisty. They really need to be focusing on McTwisty, just causing so much chaos, so much damage.
But here's the thing, and he's going in right now. That was a beautiful, beautiful setup there for McTwisty. Nooney there on the backup as well, too. Just keeping the front line healthy and alive through Chimera and Lum. Really, really good execution there, and going to be able to get the first checkpoint.
Yeah, and there's that rush coming in. That shift attack is going to be a rough one there. Okay, trying to keep all of the team healed up, ready to go, but there's just going to be so much AoE damage coming in, especially from McTwisty, as they have absolutely no chill flying into any and all combat. Maple trying to also pick up some of the slack. It's just going to be a brawl boxing match between CC and McTwisty here, and it looks like McTwisty is going to come out on top as Nini gets the final.
Oh!
And on to CC. It's just an absolute brawl. McTwisty doesn't know how to stop throwing hands, and it's just an absolute KO.
That wombo combo was insane. Moon Knight blessing and praying to Conchu there, forcing the choke point, and now you're between a moon and a rock place right now with McTwisty just going off right now on the thing.
Nini and McTwisty are just throwing down hands one after another. Nini almost taking the fall right there. But ultimately, he's going to be getting back up into the action, dealing so much damage. Vanster popping that ult as well as... Oh, the invisible fortress.
Nooney batting him out of the air. Nooney batting Vanster out of the air with the Magneto ult. Oh, was not expecting that. That was not on my bingo list right there. Insanity. Matching him into the air.
I guarantee we're going to be seeing that on Twitch on Twitter very, very soon with a clip. And there's just so much hit scan going around and around and around as all of these buffs and all of these ultimates are trying to get traded back and forth. Nini very, very low, trying to keep up the DPS there and trying to hold them off as McTwisty is desperately trying to hop back into the fight. Finally spawning back in, can start throwing hands once again as Nini gets a double. And Nooney following one out as well. Make that a triple and Lum. And oh my gosh, it's a 5K.
Amazing Conchu positioning here from Moon Knight here. Nini is insane right there. Just kind of forcing really bad situations into worse situations. Because you cannot walk through Conchu. You cannot. You are going to die. So to force them to come forward and then the Ankh positionings as well too. I don't know. Did you notice where the Ankh was last game? When that Conchu ult came down, it was behind the rock.
No.
So you have the hands coming down. You have McTwisty in front of you, and then you have the Ankh getting bounced off like almost near behind your back. There's a lot of things going on in Marvel Rivals, and that is such a sneaky, sneaky way to really just maximize your damage there.
Yeah, that is some high mental activity right there going on. I mean, that is just being able to block it off. That Ankh placement does have a very, very huge factor in how a lot of those battles go. And Nini just seems to have it down.
Also, we're going back to the pick and bans here. Taking off Groot here allows Chimera and Lum to really set the pace and just kind of lock in and keep McTwisty alive there. There was a lot of times where McTwisty was just going in on the front line, and if it wasn't for the line of sight, he might have fell a couple more times than he did the first round. But we're getting right into it, and hopefully Strat Pack are able to find the opening that Guardians of the Sun did and get a really good first round open here onto the point.
Yeah, if they don't get the first round open and they're not able to get this going as quick as possible, they may be looking at the third map. I mean, it is going to be an absolute brawl once again. McTwisty throwing hands with CC. Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to have the better healers and DPS? Back and forth, back and forth. This first fight matters a whole lot more than people think. It really sets the pace for the game. CC low down on that health. Needs to get back out of there. His hard out. Vanster K all falls. CC falls as well. Zebra following very, very close behind Aaron, desperately just trying to stay alive, trying to stay near point, trying to stay on point. Nini does end up falling, trading 1 for 1. That is ultimately a positive coming out of the darkness, just a little bit of light in the night.
1 for 5 are fair trades there. Always a fair trade there.
Always a fair trade, 1 for 5.
Keeping the back line away from their supports was amazing there. Jaro able to just kind of be able, as we can see, just pelt it on down here. Finally, Eyes with a pretty decent turret positioning, but we're going to get the Invisible Fortress here and kind of just block it through. Hopefully, Vanister's going to be able to find some damage here. Oh, big damage, but not finding the picks.
Yeah, not going to be able to find the final picks and the final hits onto there as Chimera falls, as Lum is able to find Aaron as well. It's a lot of back and forth. Vanster does get taken out of the equation, sent back to the spawn room, and it looks like CC was just about to get there as well, but made it out just in the nick of time, trying to hold the line, trying to hold it all down as Lum just falls. Jaro falls. Nooney falls.
CC coming in. Big train work here. Just damaging up. Nini in trouble. Gonna try to get away there. Oh, man. Big damage here.
Cannot escape the hands of CC trying to go back and forth.
Time.
And it is absolutely clobbering time. McTwisty, Chimera, fall, sent back to the lobby, sent back to the spawn room, and now we're on to the convoy.
So it wasn't as a quick cap coming for Strat Pack, but it was a decent cap nonetheless, and I feel like they have a really strong momentum right now coming around onto this first checkpoint.
Oh, yeah. They are feeling the momentum. They are feeling it go absolutely swimmingly, and I think that they've got their team comp and their combos all figured out and ready to go. But how are they going to fare here on the cargo section? It is going to be a desperate tell here as everyone's running in. McTwisty is doing their dang best to hold off the line, push them back into the main area of the convoy, but they're already halfway there. 3 minutes remaining just on the first section. It is a heavy contest here as Maple is trying to hold the line, needing to back off. Great Onk positions, drawing the crosshair away, and Nini capitalizes.
That's a really good point that you bring up. You have to deal with the Onks. So while you have to flip, aim, and fire at the Onk, that is time not being focused onto the enemy team. So that's actually a really fantastic point there. And as you can see, it's making somewhat of a difference here. Big ult coming in from Vanster, but there goes the Invisible Fortress yet again, and he's going to get picked again by Nooney.
Nooney once again dunking out of the sky as Maple is able to drop out that meteor and just able to make it all happen, opening it up for the team. And that is an interesting Onk placement there. That is going to be an absolute pain there. Jaro just trying to hold it off, able to find a kill, able to find Maple Zebra as well. Nooney just making it happen with those melees. McTwisty trying to desperately run back, regrouping with the team, is needing to hide away from CC and those glowing hands.
Oh, yeah. Oh, big damage here from Nooney. Eyes, again, good focus, good damage, but I feel the turret placement is really what makes and breaks Punisher here. So not being able to find a really good position to just kind of let it rip, I feel like it's kind of being a detriment for the team. Not enough for the point to cause a switch, but to try to get a strategy going where they can position and kind of get onto that turret.
Oh, I completely agree. And ultimately, I think, but like the start of the game, oh, there's the portal coming in. This could be an amazing repositioning or an amazing trap going right into the battle. McTwisty falls right off the bat there. As Ultimate is coming in. So many weapons, so much everything. Vanster did end up switching over to the Knight. Able to take out Lum, and it is just going to be an absolute all-out war here. Bullets flying in both directions. Nooney.
Really beautiful shift there from Maple Zebra, able to get the portal, mix it with Eyes' Punisher ult right there. That was a beautiful, beautiful 6-man flank, and now being able to kind of keep them at a funneling right now into this small tunnel, almost getting to the checkpoint. Should be able to secure it and have just about 3 minutes to kind of finish this one out.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I don't quite remember how much time that they had at the end of that, at the end of the closing in the last round, but it might be a close match to see who's going to be taking this game away. Depending on the time that's left, we might be seeing a third map here, Huey.
Guardians will have a little bit of extra time, but if it continues the pace it shouldn't be too much more. But I feel this is the second hardest part right here on the side of attack. Getting through this small hallway area, very, very difficult being on top of the convoy there. Especially with, as we see, Conchu coming down right now. And then, yeah, nice rain there. But
absolute insane trades back and forth. Jaro, Nini, Hard Out, Vanster, Aaron, and Cece all going down and out and having to respawn, bringing it back. It is just an absolute insanity in the eye of Agamotto.
good 3-man.
Out and is going to be going insane. Able to tag 3, isn't going to be able to capitalize off of all of them, but is going to be able to do a lot of stalling and drawing a lot of time.
Another
and away.
Khonshu.
Another Khonshu coming through. It is just absolute absurdity on the field as they're getting pushed back. There is a chance here for the Guardians of the Sun to take this one away quick, clean, and easy and bring us to another map.
55 seconds now, Mark. That was beautiful positioning there. Nice Onk positioning there behind them. It's sneaky. It's very, very sneaky. Excuse me, Maple was able to notice at that time. And I just look at the ult gain already onto the side of Nini, already past 50 mark right now. And yeah, it's very difficult to get control back of this convoy into this hallway. So I want to see what they're gonna do, what Strat's pack strategy here to kind of find their way back in. There it is yet again. Ooh, the Vanister throwing it back, matching Nini,
and that's a team wipe.
Oh no!
Pack.
I don't know if that call was the right call there for Vanster, trying to match Nini's Khonshu there, but I think they just gave up too much positioning here. 3 seconds left as they're trying to find their way back in. I don't know if they're going to be able to.
It might be
Nini's
a tough
finding
one here.
another
Maple
one.
trying to hit point, trying to draw out the overtime. Is it going to be possible to even bring this to a close? Hard Out doing their dang best to rip their heart out. And McTwisty rips it right out of their gut. CC falls once again. Vanster following right after to McTwisty. And it is just an absolute monster of a game. And that will be the end of game 2. Going 2-3. And we're going to see a third map, Huey.
I think that is it, because it is best of 3. So that is Guardians being able to secure it, if I'm not mistaken.
I could be 100% wrong here, but ultimately that'd just be because they are just insane. Both of these teams. I was absolutely wrong. I had that completely flipped around. Thank you very much, Kate, in the amazing chat there, letting me know that the Guardians are going to be taking it away. Absolutely insane. Nooney with a 5K on there, a 5, a 3, a 3, a 3. Oh my gosh, these players are insane. Look at those assists from Chimera. 52 assists from Chimera coming out. She is doing work.
The tales of the tape here, the KDA really shows how much of a difference it is, because in those chaotic fights, they are extremely intense and they are close games. But here, checking out the final hits, seeing how much more kills Guardians of the Sun are able to accumulate shows how much more time and how they're able to finish and execute getting that last point secured and having almost 3 minutes left. And that's even before the overtime extra minute bonus.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Just insane, Huey, overall. Just absolutely riveting gameplay, not just from this match right here, but every match today, all 4 games, every single one of these teams put in absolute work, and it is an absolute honor to watch these teams just duke it out one after another. It's amazing.